What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Got an NFL fact here for you that I think you're all going to enjoy. ABC to XYZ, 1, 2, 3 to infinity, taking the basics and mastering them to all new heights. Yes, Mr. Do-It-All and has done it yet again. The alien himself, Josh Allen, for the third week in a row, has done something, and this week, multiple things, no other quarterback has ever done before. So, now that we know our ABs, let us see what was up in Detroit about Buffalo this week. First, if you can recall, we saw him, even broke it down on here, score his own touchdown pass without a catch. The first quarterback to ever do that, as well as have a passing, receiving, and rushing touchdown all in the same game. Last week, we saw him in the highest scoring game of 2024, that is, until he played in the game this week, of course, be the first quarterback in NFL history to record a double-triple, that being 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns. And now that you're all caught up, if you weren't already, this week he was up to the same shenanigans we've been getting accustomed to in this recent tush-push for the MVP bid. First, though, the non-history-making stat, but still majorly relevant and very impressive. Allen, in the last 3 games, has totaled 14 touchdowns, 7 of those being passing touchdowns, 6 of those being of the rushing variety, and finally, if the math checks out, that 1 receiving touchdown. This being the 3rd most scores in a 3-game span by a player in NFL history. Only Tom Brady in October of 2007 getting 16 touchdowns, and Peyton Manning's 15 touchdowns in November of 2004 outdo Allen's numbers in that span of games. However, although he's the 3rd in that regard, he is now the first NFL player ever to have multiple passing touchdowns and multiple rushing touchdowns in back-to-back weeks, and that kind of blew my mind. I thought somebody would have done that by now, but no one hasn't, and only now Josh Allen can say that he has. Which, all I have to say is, congratulations to most of you fantasy football players out there that have him on the roster. I know some aren't as lucky, unfortunately, to both have him and win, kind of pulling a Josh Allen from last week. My sincerest condolences, by the way, if you're part of that unlucky few, but that's neither here nor there, because not only is that a lot of fantasy points, it's actually the first and only time since fantasy became an officially recognized game that a quarterback has scored 40-plus points in consecutive weeks. So, a lot of Bills touchdowns scored, most of them with Allen in some capacity being involved in the play, but not all. James Cook has gotten involved too, Ray Davis, and the Bills offense overall in that aforementioned 3-game span, gathering 17 total touchdowns, but doing that while allowing 0 sacks and not surrendering a single turnover to the opposing squad, making them now the only team in the Super Bowl era to score 15 or more, in their case more, touchdowns while zeroing out on both sacks and giveaways. And for the Buffalo Bills, it's gotta feel good to actually do all of that awesomeness in a win this time, and against, going by the current playoff seeding, the best NFC team as they head down this final stretch. I mean, goodness gracious, great Bills are on fire. Let's go, Buffalo. How about you zeroing in on a great deal on a great seat at nearly any event of your choice? Well, when you use SeatGeek, a proud sponsor of SVTV and the world's best ticketing app and website, that's more than possible. It's downright probable. With their state-of-the-art seating chart, you too can score big, and I promise it's real, not just fantasy. And to back you with goodness, just use code SVTV for $20 off your first ticket purchase, and don't you miss out on watching something worth seeing anymore. Alright, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one, and peace out.
Again, we're just trying to find ways to win, and this is gonna help us in the long run. But still, a lot of things that we can learn from this game, take away. Still, offensively, I think we need to find some more. There's too many plays we left out there. So I know it's to nitpick a game like that where you score 48 sounds kind of dumb, but still feel like we left some out there.